It wasn't actually a book, it was an audiobook. What a concept, right? Like, that's kind of creepy. I just don't know if her writing style is for me. Sweet, it was cheesy, exactly what you need for the holidays. Hello everyone, and welcome to another monthly reading wrap up. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Got some Christmassy reads. Okay, I have one Christmassy read for you today. Hopefully this video turns out. I'm using a different camera this time, and I got a mic, so hopefully the audio quality will be better in this video, but we shall see. Anyway, grab yourself something cozy. I've got my Dash Hound Through the Snow mug today. Got my Christmas sweater on. It's gonna be a good time, guys. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, let's talk about the books that I've read this month. So the first book that I read this month, it wasn't actually a book, it was an audiobook. The first book I listened to this month was Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it was great. I give it a solid 4 out of 5. So this book follows the rise and fall, I guess, of a fictitious band through the 70s, I believe. And it was really interesting because there are like 7 main characters, and in the audiobook you get to hear all of their different voices. So that was cool. At the beginning it was kind of rough because I was like, wait, who's talking? Who is this again? And I couldn't like flip back through a book to like find out who they were. Anyway, but it was good. I will say that like it took me a while to understand Taylor Jenkins Reid is the queen of the twist ending. I never see her endings coming. And kind of throughout the book I was like, oh, I don't know if this book is really for me. Like, I don't really get it. I don't think I'm like vibing, or like it's not my bag, it's not my jam. But then at the end, once you find out the ending, you're like, okay, I get it now. And that it was better. So I was Daisy Jones and the Six, 4 out of 5. The next book that I read this month was The One by John Mars, I believe, and it was probably my favorite book of the month. So 5 out of 5 for sure. The concept of the book is that there's this company called Match Your DNA, and they are like an online dating company, and what they promise is you send in your DNA sample and then they will match you with your genetically determined match for a relationship. And what a concept, right? Like, that's kind of creepy. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. It was an interesting concept. I've never read anything like it. And it was really good. It followed these 5 different couples, and it was a really good thriller. I discovered this book through Lexi's channel. It was like all about like her favorite thriller, so I'll link that video down below. But it was great. There were so many twists and turns, like it made you dizzy. It was a page turner. If you want like a fast-paced kind of book that really keeps you on your toes, highly recommend. Like, I was like on the edge of my seat until the very bitter end of the book. It was very good. And I think it's a Netflix series too. So if you don't want to read the book, if you just want to watch the show, I haven't watched it yet, but it would be interesting to watch the show having read the book. So that was The One. The next book that I read this month was Deja Dead by Kathy Reich. And I don't know if Kathy Reich is the author for me. I love the show, but I just don't know if her writing style is for me. I talked about in my reading slump video about how I listened to one of her audiobooks and was terrified. And then this is the first book in the series following the character Dr. Temperance Brennan, and I don't know, like I'd give it probably like a 3.75 out of 5. I don't think it's a bad book. I think it's just not my cup of tea. No pun intended. And it's just that like the mystery part was good, the ebook, which I borrowed from the library, was like 700 pages, and there were some dry spots. Like, she goes very in depth into the scientific procedures that are done, which, great, I know that they're accurate, but it got a little bit dry. And then this book takes place in Montreal, which I've been to Montreal before, so I appreciated when she described some of the scenery, but sometimes, like, she was describing a building and it felt like she was going on and on and on for like 5 pages, which she wasn't. That was probably more to do with me than it was to do with her. So I just don't know if she's my favorite author. I might give her another chance in the future, but she just might not be my favorite author, and that's okay. That's what reading is all about. Sometimes you find things you love, and sometimes you don't. Or you find things you don't love so much, and you learn and you move on. And that is my long-winded story. Thank you. So the next book that I read this month was In a Holidays by Christina Lauren, I believe. So this book was great. It was like, take the movie Groundhog Day and a Hallmark movie, and then you get this book. It was great. For those of you who love Hallmark movies, fantastic. It was sweet. It was cheesy. Exactly what you need for the holidays. It was a really sweet book following this girl that she like repeats this like same family vacation like again and again, like until she can get it right. And she does what she's meant to do. Anyway, it's great. It's cozy romance. It's everything that I had hoped for this holiday season. I actually ended up getting this book just before Black Friday. It went on sale for like $2.99 on Kobo, and man, check out those daily deals. They're great. Leading up to Black Friday, there was like a different bestseller on sale. There was like a section of like less than $3, less than $5. And they had some really good stuff on there. I didn't end up buying anything else besides that. Yeah, so those are the books that I've read and completed. I started reading, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, I believe it's Hercule Poirot's Christmas by Agatha Christie. I'm only about 80 pages in. It's my first Agatha Christie novel that I've ever read, so that's exciting. And so far, it's like a cozy mystery, if you can describe a murder mystery as being cozy. But so far, grand. I can't wait to finish it, and I can't wait to read even more Christmas books in the future. I'm definitely going to post on my Instagram stories. I'll link below my Instagram handle what I'm reading throughout the month, so that if you're looking for recommendations, you can find them, because the next reading wrap-up I'll be posting at the beginning of January, which is not exactly helpful if you're looking for book recommendations in the month of December. 2 books that I know that I'll be reading, or rather listening to, are the one by Sophie Kinsella and One Day in December by Josie Silver. Those are my tried and true December. I love listening to the audiobooks. I love the narrators. I've purchased I Owe You One, and I'm going to purchase One Day in December because I get them from the library. I've got them from the library the last 2 years in a row, and there's always a long wait, so I love them so much I'll just buy them. But yeah, that is what I have to say for this video. Again, hopefully the audio and the visual turned out okay with this different camera, and I'm using new editing software, so pray for me because I'm overcoming my fear of technology ever so slowly. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I hope you maybe check out some of these books. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Have a wonderful holiday season. Bye!